Hey, what's going on, good people? Treveal C.W. Lynch, Mr. What, Mr. iAMthepossible. And we are up, man. It's 5:30 in the morning. We're getting it in as we normally do. Listen, as I always say, man, as I always remind you guys, I help people to see what they are so they can like what they see. One of the things that we are, whether we want to admit it or not, whether we even understand it or not, is that we are consumers. Our minds consume. Our minds take in information consciously and unconsciously. And one of the reasons that I'm coming to you so early in the morning is, as I've always said, the morning matters. Our routine, our rituals, what we do in the morning, it absolutely matters. It's critical to the direction, and it's critical to the various destinations that we experience throughout our day. And so I want to come to you this morning because I know many of you are not up this early. You may not be on live. So if you're catching me on the replay, just drop me a hashtag replay. Let me know that you caught it a little later. If you're on live, drop me a hashtag live. Let me know that you're rocking with me this early in the morning, 5:30 West Coast time. But I entitled this one, Are You Sure You Want to Go There? Are you sure you want to go there? All of us wake up in the morning, or at least I believe most of us wake up in the morning, and we desire certain outcomes. We desire certain results. We desire for our lives to go in a certain direction. We desire to experience certain things, whether in our particular day or our life overall. Knowing that what we see, what we listen to, even what we eat, what we physically put in our bodies, all those things have a great impact. They have a great influence on the direction that we take. And depending on the direction that we take, then that's going to determine the destinations in which we ultimately reach. I've always said that decisions create direction. Direction create destinations. What you decide will point you in a certain direction, and depending on the direction that you take is going to ultimately lead to a specific destination. And so the question is, are you sure you want to go there when you're listening to a certain thing or to a certain person? That's a question that you have to ask yourself. Is this person or is this music, what I'm listening to, is it conducive to the direction that I want to take in my life? Is it conducive to where I want to go? Is it conjuring up ideas and images? Is it putting me in a state, in a mood that's going to get me in the direction, right? And ultimately to the destination that I want to go? Are you sure you want to go there? Maybe it's the people around you that you're listening to. Maybe it's the people that you're having conversations with, right? I don't have to, teach a lot about this. I mean, you guys know, you guys feel energy as you're having conversations with people. Are you sure you want to go there? Because throughout your day, you're going to have to interact. You're going to have to communicate with people. And you can have it on your mind, okay, based on this conversation, based on the content of this, conversation, based on the flow of this conversation, is this helping me go in the direction that I want to go? Is this conversation leading me in the direction and ultimately to the destination that I want to go? Maybe it's something that you're watching. I taught a couple of lives ago about the gates to our hearts, and that out of our hearts flow the very issues and forces of life. In other words, out of our hearts flow the very life that we live, and that we must become guardians of our gates. We must guard the things that we watch and listen to and the things that we say, because all those things ultimately lead back to an influence and an impact on what's getting in our hearts. And what we consume, right, is what we create. Make that connection. What I consume, I create. What I consume, I create. So depending on what you're watching, asking yourself, being conscious to this, being sensitive to this, is what I'm watching, TV, movies, social media, whatever it is, right? What I'm consuming with my eyes, you're asking yourself, Am I sure that I want to go there? Like, is this leading me? Is this conducive? Is this aiding in me getting to the place that I ultimately want to go? Is this helping me get to where I want to go? This video is about consciousness, because like I always say, listen, this morning time, right? This morning time, this dark time when not many people are awake, not many people are up and about, right? If I stop talking, you don't hear very much, right? The train isn't running, the buses aren't going, the cars aren't honking, people aren't up. It's a great opportunity. It's a great window of opportunity for you to begin to wake up and to begin to prepare yourself and prime yourself for the day, to begin to regulate your mind, to begin to prepare yourself, to begin to quiet yourself, to begin to ask yourself, okay, where is it that I want to go today? What is the things that I want to accomplish today? What is it that I want to do today? What direction in life do I want to go today? And I am going to make a decision that as things come my way, I'm going to ask myself the question, are these things helping me? Are these things pointing me in the direction that I want to go? The conversations that I'm having, the things that I'm listening to, the things that I'm watching, the things that I'm saying, right? Not many of us are very conscious to even the things that we say. Like the Bible talks about it, the tongue is so hard to tame. We just fly off the handle. We say things that we really don't want to say, right? Words create worlds, man. What you say matters. Even the Bible talks about the fact that life and death is in the power of your tongue. When you open up your mouth and release a word, that thing is going out into the universe, man. It's trying to manifest itself. It's trying to create itself. Again, this video is about consciousness. If you don't hear anything else, understand that you can choose to be conscious about the things that you're saying, listening to, and watching, because all those things ultimately influence and they impact what's getting into your heart, and out of your heart, you are creating your reality. What you consume, you create. So do you really want to go there? Are you sure you want to go there? I know you have hopes. I know you have dreams. I know you have ambitions. I know that you want a better life. I know that you want things to manifest in your life. I know you want things to happen in your life. And much of these things, whether you see them or you don't see them, experience them or don't experience them, much of the common everyday things are results based upon what we're consuming and what we're creating as a result of that consumption. And here's the good news, y'all, as I close. Here's the good news. We get to control what we consume. We can be guardians of our gates. We can stand like Buckingham Palace, like a guard in London, right? At the Royal Palace. Like we can stand up there like them guards stand, and they got them, they got their chest out and they standing. They saying, listen, we ain't letting nothing come in here that's not going to work for our good. We're going to stand guard. Like imagine yourself, consciously imagine yourself standing guard over your heart, saying today, every conversation, everything I watch, everything I say, I am going to stand guard over my heart, because I understand the power of what I consume and how it ultimately becomes what I create. Having that sensitivity to not have any old conversation, to not let any old thing fly out your mouth, to not let any old people around you, to not be watching any old thing, to not be listening to any old thing. Because listen, ultimately, whether it's something that you're watching or listening to or others they're not responsible for you. They're not responsible for you, and they're not going to be around when you're creating what you consume. They're not going to be around, right? Like you guys have heard my testimonies, man. I've been to jail. I've got into all types of trouble. I done some crazy things. I had some hard times. The people that were influencing me, the songs I was listening to, the stuff I was watching on TV, the junk I was consuming, the crazy conversations I was having, when the ish hit the fan, guess who had to own that? Me. Guess who had to go to jail? Me. Guess who had to pay that price? Me. Guess who had the handcuffs on and hands behind their back? Me. Guess who was sitting lonely and depressed? Me. Guess who was on the edge of suicide? Me. Guess who was, feeling worthless and feeling like I was nothing? Me. Guess who was ready to call it quits so many times? Me. Because I wasn't aware. I wasn't conscious. I wasn't sensitive to the fact that what I consume, I create, because what I allow into my heart, I'm going to allow ultimately back out into the world. And it's a reflection of my reality. It's what I see every day. It's going to impact my mood. It's not going to impact your mood. It's not going to change your reality. It's not going to change your world. It's going to impact mine. So are you sure you want to go there? But I wanted to drop this one early because I wanted to remind you guys, man, that it's in these early times, these early morning hours, that we have such a great opportunity, such a window of opportunity, man, to really pay attention to really set ourselves up to have a phenomenal day. I am, my reality, my everyday living and existing is such a product of adhering to this principle in a sense. This early morning time is critical and it's powerful if you really leverage it, if you really utilize it to you. And as always, guys, remember, the greatest thing that you will ever become is accepting of what you already are. Your worth has always been there. It is there and will always be there. Perhaps you've just never seen it. If you know your what, then you know your worth. This is Treveal C.W. Lynch, Mr. Mr. iAMthepossible, signing off and getting myself in here to my second sanctuary, to my home away from home, the gym. Time to get it in. Love y'all, praying for y'all. And I believe in you. Until next time, peace.